Good day, everybody. Peace, love, and harmony to you all. I am Peacekeeper, and I'm out here in the heart of nature, just raising my frequency. Woo! Feels so good to be right here, right now, in this present moment. Just to be, like the bees, the leaves, the birds, and the trees. Here to deliver yet another wonderful, positive, inspirational, motivational message for you guys today. And I don't even know where to start. It has so much to say. It's like I don't even have enough time to say it. But I will do my best to bring it across as precise, as clear cut, as simple as I can. Because massive changes, massive shifts are here right now. The rise of the feminine energy, the balancing of the earth. Gaia is getting ready to shake some shit up. And we all need to align ourselves to Gaia. We all need to balance our masculine and feminine energies within ourselves so that we can be in total alignment with the planet, so we can know what we are here to bring forth for the planet on this new earth. That being said, for those who don't choose to balance back and align themselves to Gaia, to Mother Nature, it's okay. The main thing is you are doing what it is that you have to do to help balance yourself and connect back to Mother Nature. Don't worry too much about what other people are doing with their lives and what they are doing with themselves, but do what it is you can do to help raise the vibrational frequency, and that is just do you. That is just be you. That is speak your truth. That is live your life. Be the example that you wish to see on the new earth. Be the example that you are sure that you want to bring forth, that you know that you want to bring forth. Wanting the best for society, wanting the best for humanity, but realizing that everything is just about being patient. Because as much as we want certain things to happen right now, many of us are tired of all the shit that's going on, tired of all the fuckery, and we want things to be over with, because it's been so long with this mental slavery, it's been so long with these oppressions, things like that. I'm here to say to you also, be patient, because I find myself also lacking a little bit of patience. So that to me just brought up that I should also share this with you guys, Patience. Remember patience. I'm here to remind you, have patience, because not everything that you want will just happen off the bat. We need to realize that the universe gives us exactly what it is that we need in this now, in this present moment, to help us achieve what we want, And that being said, this is where we need to be patient, and just trust the process. Because even if we don't get exactly what it is that we want, know that we get exactly what it is that we need. So those words were what I had, was to remind myself, so that I wouldn't be impatient, and so that I wouldn't be worried about what's coming or what's going on, But big changes and big shifts is here. Rise of the feminine energy, as I started this message. We in the Caribbean here, we got an earthquake recently, and that to me was just a synchronicity, because I've been feeling for the past week that something big is coming. Something big is coming. I just didn't know exactly what it was. I got a breakthrough. I got an upgrade right before it came, and then even like the energies in my body was just so high, that it was very dense and a lot of pain in my spine, a lot of pressure in my skull, I was feeling a little headache. Nothing to talk about too much, but wasn't feeling the best. And all of that was to prepare us for the massive shift, for the massive reset that is taking place. And that is just the tip of the iceberg in terms of what is actually coming. Bigger shakedowns are coming, and we need to keep preparing ourselves. We need to stay ready so that we won't have to get ready for that major shift, between the balancing of the masculine and feminine energies. That is just to bring back and seal the deal in the new earth order. About 3 months ago we had that solar eclipse, and I talked about how it was a symbol showing that in order to bring forth the new life, the new light, the darkness must first take over, basically, block the light, so that people can start to do the shadow work, basically putting it against the fence line to bring forth the light again. So don't look at any of this as a negative and be afraid of any of this, because this is just really and truly to help push us forward in our group. So this is why I kept saying, embrace the darkness, embrace the times that are not so good in your life, because that prepares you for other tough times in your life, to just be able to neutralize it and alchemize the situation, and not just allow yourself to stay down, or live in the darkness, always be able to alchemize and pull yourself out of that dark time, and all of this being said, the feminine energy is that nurturing energy to bring forth the love and the harmonic balance within all of us. So the rise of that feminine energy, the rise of that love, the rise of the truth. We are getting ready to shake some shit up. Full takeover. And I want you to know that a lot of us have been programmed, to love, thinking that love is this factor where it's just a feeling, but it's not just simply a feeling, it is a form of consciousness. Love is a choice. We have to actively choose to keep loving, basically. It's a choice. We can choose to say, well, no, or we can choose to say yes to love. It's a choice. It's a consistent choice. It's a consistent agreement between you, between your mind and your heart, saying that, yes, I want to allow this love to lead me. I want to allow this love to guide me. It's an agreement. It's where you can put aside your ego. It's where you can submit to that love, and it's where your love also submits to your ego, and it's where you actually balance within yourself and be able to communicate with yourself and not have your heart and your mind fighting against each other in that ongoing tug of war. It's about literally surrendering yourself. It's literally about giving up. You gotta give up. I know I didn't say don't give up, never give up, but you gotta give up. You gotta give up something to gain something else. So what it is that you're giving up, what it is that you're sacrificing. For me, I given up that way of logical thinking, I given up that way of always being in that masculinity, always being in that way where it's like we have to be focused on every single aspect, we have to be disciplined on every single aspect. I fell short not realizing that I was so focused on the discipline, and the consistency, and the focusedness, the consistency, the discipline, all of that is mine. All of that is ego too, because the ego needs to be focused. The ego is that building, not nurturing, that focus energy to keep you on point also. And that made me suppress my feminine nature. And today I actually came to that realization that, wait, I was suppressing my feminine nature again. As much as I was taking the information from my feminine nature, I wasn't expressing it the way that I supposed to be expressing it. So, that shakedown and that reset helped me to realize that I was still suppressing that feminine nature of me. So, it's like I said, we get more than one awakening. And this is an authentic channel. So, like, when I go into shit, and if I fall short on something, I'm not going to hide it from all, I'm going to tell all, hey, I do shit. However you choose to judge me on that is your business. I don't give a fuck. Because I still here being consistent, putting in the work to keep rising that feminine energy within me. And it's like I just always say too, I'm not perfect, but that doesn't mean that it is an excuse for my mistakes. But I allow myself to make mistakes. I allow myself, this thing when you're flying in front of the camera, it kind of irritates me a little bit, so I keep spotting it and I hit the phone. But anyways, I allow myself to, make mistakes, because the more I make a mistake, the more I learn. This is how we learn. If we don't make the mistake, then we can't really learn from it. And a lot of us have this, persona, this image that we created, that people will see us this way all the time. And then if we fall short, if we have a different idea or a different type of knowledge or information come in, they tend to judge us for that. But you have to understand this. We can only share the information based on the knowledge that has been given at that specific period of time. And life always changing, life always growing. So how you could expect human beings to always be the same when life always changing and life always growing? You see, a plant always keep growing, right? A plant is be growing right before our eyes. Example, you're seeing plants right behind us, those things are growing right before my eyes right now, but I just not seeing that. But if you take one of them magnifying telescope or something, or whatever it is, and monitor that, and leave that watching that grass or watching that plant, you will realize that plant always growing, that plant always changing. And this is what we need to come to as a collective, to understand that we are always changing, we are always growing. And with this change, with us always growing, we need to always be open to change, accepting that we are always changing and always growing. So when people don't want to accept changes within their life, and they think that everything should just be the same as it is all the time, that is their business, that is their way of thinking, that's their way of living. They can stay in that way of living, they can stay in that way of thinking. It's their choice. But I own a growth mindset, and I promote growth mindset. I promote self-empowerment, I promote self-improvement, I promote knowing yourself. And by knowing yourself, you begin to understand your triggers, you begin to understand how to navigate. And with that being said, you begin to grow. You begin to continuously keep growing. Not subjected to just one fixed way of living. Always open for changes. So know that with your lifestyle, with whatever it is that you want to create, you could want to create something now, but later down the line, when you try certain things out and you try this out, that didn't work out the way that you wanted it to work out, you try something else out, that didn't work out the way that you wanted it to work out. Everything happens for a reason. Everything is in divine alignment to where it is that you are supposed to be in your life, So just keep being consistent, just keep going. Even though you make mistakes, even though you have a little bit of failed attempts in the mix, in a nutshell. But today is a real great day. With that little earthquake that I feel, last night, and many others in the Caribbean felt, something that is just an earthquake. For us in the spiritual community, know that that's our next sign, that's our next confirmation that we're on the brink of massive energy shifts. We're on the brink of massive energy changes. And my friends out there who has been watching me, from day one, I give gratitude and thanks for your support up to this point. I hope that not hope, but I know that I helped you along your journey too, because you're still here, and you also helped me. You gave me support, because even when at times when I don't really just do it, for people, I also do it just for myself, just for the love. But I also love when I get to help others, so just knowing that I help others out there too helps me to keep going, because it's like I know I'm not doing it in vain. I get in evidence that people listening and people paying attention, and they're actually tapping in, and they're actually becoming empowered. They're actually becoming motivated and growing within themselves, and that is what keeps me going also, aside from gratitude, giving thanks and appreciation, just to do it. The fact that I get the support, and the fact that I am seeing the growth, of people actually paying attention and putting in the work within themselves. I don't know exactly what it is that you're doing in your personal life, but I feel deeply that you've been paying attention. I feel deeply that you have been putting in the work just as I have been, and you have seen all of my flaws. You have seen me in all of my moods. So the fact that you're still here and you're still rocking with me, that shows that you are also a real one, and I appreciate the real ones around me who can accept me for the realness of who I am, because that is what love is. Being consistent, being able to accept others, even with their flaws, even with how they are, however they are at the present moment. But understanding that it's not to force anybody to change, to suit what it is that you want them to be. Just allow people just to be. And I appreciate that from you, being consistent, giving support. Gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. Thank you. And we are moving into another shift, another reset, another building point in the spiritual life. We're almost home. We're almost home. Trust that by the end of this year, abundance will be flowing into your life like never before. But before that comes, know that things need to be shook up a little bit. So let's just hold firm and hold strong and keep being consistent. Because looking back at January, when I started this YouTube channel, bro, 100 days look like so far away. But what kept me going was not counting the days. What kept me going was just being in the present moment and going with the flow, while being in control of how I choose to go with the flow. And that kept me being consistent, that kept me going. Just going with the flow and rocking, trusting, knowing that everything will work out the way it's supposed to work out. At times, I fell, and I even shared that with you guys. I fell, I bounced back. I fell, I bounced back. And in each one of those failures and each one of those mistakes, I kept climbing the ladder. I kept keeping that PMA, that optimistic mind. So, I didn't just talk and tell people, do this, do that, and I didn't do it. I did it. And I still have so far to go. I still have so much to learn. I still have so much to grow. So know that while you continuously, watching and growing with me and learning, share too, share your own, start a YouTube channel too now. Because I rather watch real people out there, real people be themselves and share who they truly are authentically, and speak fluently without having to sugarcoat it with anybody than watch these fake actors out there who, getting rewards for acting and, acting a script and playing a role. Why are we not given rewards just for being real? So backwards, right? We should be getting an award just for being real. Words are all smart. And I love that line, because it's so true. We should be rewarded for every time that we speak the truth, for every time that we be real, for every time that we shake some shit up, we should be rewarded for that, and we will be rewarded for that. Tenfold. So know that the more you speak the truth, the more you be yourself, the more that you raise your vibrational frequency. Everything that you are doing now is echoing into your future, and all of this is the seeds that you are planting, all the optimistic mind, the positive mentalities that you have been keeping and that you have been moving towards, taking action towards. It is manifesting in your life, even though you don't see it right here, right now. Look at how far that eclipse was. That eclipse was like about 3 months ago, and we're now feeling some earthquakes on this side of the country from that energy that came in since 3 months ago, and it still have more to come in. So look at how long that took. Patience. Nature works in divine timing. Trust the timing of your life and know that everything is just a process. And let's just keep doing what we're doing. You are on fire. Keep raising and balancing that masculine and feminine energies within you, because it has been dormant for so long, and to reprogram our subconscious minds to tap into that feminine side and balance that back and allow that to be, the nurturing source, the driving force to help lead our egos. That is a big flip. That is a big flip of the script, because we just accustomed with the ego leading all the time. Now we allowing that feminine energy, which is the relaxed, laid back, truthful, loving energy, but could also crack that whip too. That energy is leading, and to allow that energy to lead, to put your ego in the backseat, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of programmings that we need to change, and it don't just change in one day. So the consistency that you have been doing, give yourself a pat on the back. You've made it this far, and the universe is watching everything that you are doing, everything that you are saying, everything that you are appreciating within yourself. It helps you to, keep going too. So give yourself that appreciation today, give yourself that pat on the back. Put your hand on your chest and say, yeah, I'm done. No, I'm not done. I'm just getting started. And let's move into this next chapter, because our next chapter is hit. Know that things gonna start to move snappy. Guy is ready. So that was the main source of this video, by the way. Gaia is shifting and Gaia is ready. Gaia is taking back her rightful place on this earth as the boss, as the source, that nurturing source. And she knows what she needs for herself. And what she needs for herself, she needs to get that. By any means necessary. So know that whatever it is that you see coming, it's not about the gloom and doom. Don't focus on the gloom and doom. Just keep focusing on keeping an optimistic mind and raising your frequency. Have no fear for what is coming. Everything that is coming is only here to help us in moving forward as a collective, as a society. I am Peacekeeper, guys. And you guys have a wonderful, peaceful, lovely, blessed day for the rest of your day. I'm out. Until tomorrow. Tap that like button if you enjoyed this message. Tap that like button if any of this resonated with you. Share this out there. Someone out there probably needs to hear this. And let's keep building this community so that we can raise an army of high vibes, high frequency, self-empowered beings out there. Not giving a fuck and just being real, truthful, authentic. I'm out. Until tomorrow.